I wanted to jump online quickly and discuss this social media ban for under 16s. We spoke about it when it was first proposed. It looks like it's coming into effect. There was a suggestion to delay it 6 months. Doesn't look like that's necessarily going to happen. And there is nuance around this topic. Whenever I talk about it, I think people misconstrue, I guess, my feelings and thoughts on the subject. Firstly, I'd like to say I think it's a nonsense. If you're an adult and you have made the decision that your children are allowed onto your YouTube account to watch Curious George or Steve Irwin or a David Attenborough documentary or Outdoor Boys, we watch a bit of bushcraft and this sort of thing, and the children absolutely love it. It's wholesome. We can program the playlist. We deliberately have YouTube Premium so the kids aren't getting peppered with some of these frankly absurd and vulgar ads that can come up on the playlist sometime. We've taken moves to protect our children from that. And now the government's taking away the tools and just saying can't use it at all. In a Senate hearing, I just shared the clip on my page earlier, the government is leaning on YouTube to identify when children are using their parents' social media accounts and requiring them to block that action as well. How are they going to do that? Is it viewing history? If I decide to sit down and watch Curious George as an adult, which maybe I really like the Jack Johnson soundtrack and I may do that, are they going to say that's a child's program? Data shows only children watch this, so now Jacob Wolke's paid adult account is shut down? Or are they going to be hacking our webcam camera? Now, I know that sounds a little bit conspiratorial, like weather modification, but I can't shake that clip that came out a few years ago of Mark Zuckerberg getting around with little bits of tape over the cameras on all of his devices. And if someone like Mark Zuckerberg knows and can't protect himself with firmware and hardware and software, what chance do we have for this sort of remote surveillance? So my position on protecting children from these sorts of things is, frankly, I believe I would be a lot more conservative, traditional, and protectionist than most parents out there raising their children. We are extremely strict on screen time and what they can watch, but we're also pragmatic and understand that our world is a technological and social media facing world. And I don't believe we're doing our children any favors to getting to the age of 16 and ripping the band-aid. Because let's be honest, by the time your children are 16, 17, 18, you're not going to be able to control what they're doing. They're essentially adults, and you haven't had this opportunity to necessarily hold their hand through the use of these platforms. It's kind of like I believe the alcohol limit of 18, and especially if we look into the United States, the minimum age of drinking of 21 becomes a real band-aid, and really they get there, they've never had anything, and they become binge drinkers. The binge drinking is really a massive Western problem. I remember being in France and Italy back when I was like 15, 16. I went back a few years later after that, and you go out to a restaurant, there's little children getting a third of a glass of red wine and drinking that with their family. I'm not saying feed your kids alcohol, but I remember looking up the stats of the binge drinking culture in those countries, far, far lower than America and Australia and the rest of the West, where you're not allowed to touch it, but then you're 18 or 21, you're allowed to go for it, and they're literally going to university and putting funnels down their throat to get it in as quick as possible. Absolutely crazy. So in our house, we don't even own a television. We took the TV off the wall many years ago. Last Christmas, we purchased a projector for our children, and if they're well behaved and if they do their chores, it comes out on a Wednesday afternoon for an approved screening. You know what we're watching at the moment? Little House on the Prairie. It's on Amazon Prime. It's in the MGM collection. Wholesome, engaging. The children love it. They don't miss Mr. Beast because they don't know what it is. We don't need that constant dopamine download into our young families' kids. But I don't believe it's the government's position to put us in this situation where they're basically creating a situation where we're going to be breaking the law if we still want our children to view Outdoor Boys. Outdoor Boys is a YouTube only channel. It's a fantastic channel for young kids. It's bushcraft, it's survivor, it's showing you where your food comes from. It's wholesome. He takes his children with him. It's so wholesome that he goes to church but doesn't film them going to church. He films himself in a suit and turns the camera off. That's how wholesome it is, right? So now if we want to show that to our children, well, it can't be done on YouTube in an account for the kids. It can't be done in our account. We've got to watch it outside the browser if we're going to do it at all, which is probably illegal. We're going to be subjecting our kids to ads we probably don't want them to watch. So what do? Do we go and scrape the video off YouTube illegally and then play them that illegally obtained material, violating the copyright rights of that creator and the platform? Absolutely absurd. As parents, we have the power to say no to our children. No TV, no phone, no Facebook. We don't need the government to do that for us. We can do that. There's plenty of parents out there that I've read their comments where they are happy the government is giving them this tool. And Supreme Leader Albo has even said in a few of his remarks that they're supporting parents to give them the power to say no. Parents, you don't need the power. Stop being spineless. Say no to your young person. It's not like I don't have skin in the game. I've got 3 number 4 on the way, and whenever I get into this discussion, it's always, but just you wait until your kid's 10, or just you wait until your kids' friends get phones. Just you wait until they get to this age and you can't control them anymore. If you're getting out-survived by a 8, 10, 12, 14-year-old, if you're getting outlasted, outwitted, and outplayed, remember Survivor, by your minor, that's on you. You have all the power in the household, and you don't have to do it with an iron fist. You can reason and rationalize. Maybe your arguments suck. Maybe your self-discipline in your household sucks, and maybe your household structure is no good. For sure it's a problem, and for sure it's not the government's, it's ours. It is our duty and responsibility to create a relationship and an environment and a household where we can protect our children from the enormous amount of perverted material, bullying, harassment on these platforms. But we have the tools. Parents, we have the tools, and it's one word, and it's no. It's done. And for all these people that keep saying, just wait until your kid's a teenager, we've got a strategy. And I'm not going to brag about too much whether it works or not. I'm going to wait until we do it and it does work, because it will work. And then maybe I'll write a book about it and rub it in all your faces. My strategy is give them a better option. What would my children rather do? Go to the park, go in the paddock and light a fire, chop some firewood, go feed the cows, collect some eggs, play with the chicks and the brooder, ride a motorbike, or watch Curious George on YouTube? I know what they'd rather do. Children will do the better offer, and if you've developed a good relationship with your children, that better offer will be heightened and magnified if it's with you, going and doing things with you. Have you ever watched your kids go outside? You're causing too much noise and mess inside, go outside and play, and they don't want to. If you say, come outside and play, they're right at your heels. I know it's not always achievable because we've got things to do. We've got a household to run. We've got businesses to run. We need our own rest and time, whatever. But having kids is the commitment, and it's work, and it's not the government's job to put the boot on us in the name of protecting us. So I think this new legal structure that's coming out sucks. I don't like it. We're going to do certain things in our household the way we think. I'm not going to be sticking my neck out there waiting to get chopped down. My head's not going to be above the parapet. So for any feds watching, these are my opinions, not necessarily dictating future actions, because we don't have TV. And my children don't have phones, and they won't be getting phones until they're probably 42 and can prove that they can use it. It's a wild world out there. So the law sucks, but the point of this video is to say, there's Spud in the background, it's just to encourage and inspire a little bit of thought by you parents who are looking at these regulations coming out and maybe happy with yourself or happy with the whole situation, that they're here to help you. I'm trying to motivate you and give you some ideas. You don't need these laws to run your household effectively. There are strategies and tools, and as a parent, you have all of them.